What's up, film lovers? I'm going to do some rapid shot, quick reviews for movies I've watched this month that I didn't feel like doing an individual video for, either because I had very little to say or there's a lot of talk about the film anyway. So kicking off, I mentioned in a previous video I watched Creature with the Atom Brain, a schlocky B-film sci-fi movie that was written by Kurt Siodmak and directed by Edward L. Kahn. Now, for some reason, when I saw Kurt Siodmak's name, I thought, oh, this is going to be good. But I probably really was thinking about his brother, Robert Siodmak, who did several noir films, some of which I have seen, like The Suspect, The Strange Affair of Uncle Harry, the excellent thriller, The Spiral Staircase from 1945, The Killers, great stuff. But Kurt's mostly known for doing, for being a screenwriter. And he did write some very important Universal monster movies like The Wolfman, but for the most part, don't really care about his output. And Edward L. Kahn, who directed this, did a couple of Mamie Van Doren movies I've seen, and I like Girls, Guns, and Gangsters. But yeah, this movie is a definite skip. It's extremely boring, and that's really all I have to say about that film. On the 6th of June, I watched A Tale of Sorrow and Sadness from director Seijun Suzuki. This was the first film he made after his blacklisting. And while I'm generally a fan of Seijun Suzuki, he's done some really cool fucking films, great visual guy. I think a combination of A Long Day at Work and this film, which is about a professional model who's groomed for the golf circuit and then kind of exploited, and there's some other stuff. It's supposed to be like a bit of a satire thing. I just don't think I was in the headspace to watch this movie. The performances were fine. It looked good. It had that last 5 minutes was something else, but it was definitely a case of not for me, and or purely not the right time. But if you are interested in Seijun Suzuki, his two best known movies is Branded to Kill, the last movie he made before his blacklisting, which is a fantastic black and white Yakuza film. Or I like Tokyo, I think it's Tokyo Drifter. Tokyo Drifter is a great, cool looking film. And I think he also has a movie called Gate of Flesh, which is also visually fantastic. And there's also a sort of contemporary Japanese version of Stagecoach, or it's kind of loosely based on the classic Western Stagecoach, called 8 Hours of Terror. That is actually really good. It is Gate of Flesh. But yeah, this is actually my third Seijun Suzuki movie I've watched this year. So yeah, got to give him thumbs up. But the movie, just not for me. The 7th of June, I watched two movies, the big one being Predator Killer of Killers, which just dropped on Hulu. You can go look at all the reviews. It's gotten really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and on aggregated scores. It is an animated anthology co-directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who's taken over the franchise. He did the previous film Prey, which I absolutely love, and he's doing the upcoming Badlands movie. And this one is definitely for like hardcore Predator fans. Just an excellent entry into the franchise. I'm not going to speak much more about it because, like I said, you can go see the reviews. It just dropped. You should check it out. The movie I watched on the 7th, which I actually watched before Predator, Killer of Killers, is Umetsugu Inoi's Black Trump Card, a Yakuza film about these three guys who get together to ruin a Yakuza group. It's a short film, but it definitely feels like it drags in the middle. I thought it had a really strong opening and a strong ending, but there are, I guess, too many players in it. A lot of people scheming or talking about other people's schemes. It just kind of almost loses me at time. I thought it was overall pretty solid. I thought it looked good. It really did. And I put some of the director's other films on my watch list to maybe check out some other time. On the 8th, I watched Ballerina from the world of John Wick. I'm not going to get too much into this because it's in theaters now. If you like John Wick, you might have already saw it. You might be waiting for it to come out. You need to know the action sequences. The action scenes are really, really good. Some inventive kills. The stories in the John Wick movies are not really the best. What you really want to see is these well-done action sequences and these really nice, elaborate sets. Where they stage the action, the geography of these scenes, and Ballerina has this. However, if I was ranking the films, I would put it kind of with 3. It might be maybe below 3. 3 is my least favorite of the John Wick films, even though I like 3. I just think 2 and 1 are the best of them, and I like 4 a lot too. But yeah, the Ballerina, it was a good time. Enjoyed it. finally, Black Test Car, which I watched on Monday the 9th, which is when I'm filming this. I was originally going to double feature this with Black Trump Card because similar names, and when I started watching Black Trump Card, I realized they both star Hiro Tamiya. Black Test Car is listed as a Japanese crime thriller. It's about two car companies and espionage and spying on each other. I thought this was a bit of a drag. It looks good. Lead performances are fine, but there's too many bit players popping in and popping out. I don't know. It didn't really do much for me. But director Yasuzo Masamura, he's pretty good. I've seen 3 other of his films. My favorite, the satirical comedy Giants and Toys. That one I recommend. Red Angel is a pretty good film, but a tough watch. And apparently I liked a movie called Irazumi he did. And I mean, they gave it 3.5 out of 5. But I don't remember it that well. Maybe I'd have to go back and look at it. Oddly, I accidentally ended up watching those 3 films really close to each other, not really on purpose. I thought 2 of them sounded good, and I didn't know it was the same director. And then I watched the third one, like, oh, well, same guy. But that was 3 years ago, maybe. But anyway, yeah. So I'll see you guys later.